I'm gonna. Well, howdy, howdy, howdy again. Part 2 of today, July 5th, 2017, Wednesday evening, 5:52 p.m. But when your granddaughter calls, you got to answer it. You guys know how it is. And she's, almost 13, so when she carves a little bit of time to talk to the grandparents, when we jump on it. Basically, if she calls in Brad's home, because he doesn't get to talk to her very often because he's at work. But anyway, I'm eating a pickle. Excuse me. Brad's eating. Brad loves these. This is a tomato basil. He likes them. I don't care for them. They're okay.
They're over in the produce section.
Yeah. But the stats are pretty decent on them.
Yeah.
I'll paint my pickle a little bit. So anyway, just got done showing you guys the gifts. I got done showing you guys my loom knitting stuff. So now I'm gonna pull up the weather real quick. Ooh, it's cooled off a little bit, sweetie. It is now 91 now, honey.
Wow.
Real feels 104, and the high was 93, and the low will be 75, and it's a little overcast now. I don't know if we're going to get any thunderstorms or rain. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't Friday. Friday we have to go to Tallahassee. I have to have a few tests done, medical tests. I haven't talked about that quite yet. I will in a minute. We were wrapping up yesterday's events while Brad was at work and I was on the phone with my lovely friend Angie. Angie Lupus Life here on YouTube. I got together, holy moly, God, my little art bag. And I'm going to show you guys just a little bit of what's in it. So anyway, this was actually an art bag that I got when I was in college. It's called the Art Bin. And I keep in it, this is part of my, this is assorted eraser, charcoal, willow. I was telling Angie about, I'll show you that, Angie. It comes like this. These are the individual sticks that you use. And usually what you do, you snap them in half or in thirds and use them. And you're going to want to have some wet wipes or baby wipes because, yeah, the charcoal can get all over your hands. And you're going to get an extra piece of paper to lay down to rest your arm on, or else you're going to smear all your work. You learn to not put your hand or your forearm on your work real quick that way. This is, I'll show you this too, Angie. I was telling her about this last night. This is my little battery powered eraser. I don't know if the batteries are any good. Yeah, the batteries are still good. I have a big electric one. This one's real handy for your smaller pieces of work. I love to go in after I've done a piece and do some fine detailing, get some fine white lines and stuff. You really can do some neat work with it. These are the little erasers that go. You can buy these at, last time I saw them, they were in the eraser section with the art supplies at Hobby Lobby. So, I don't see who the maker is of these. But I had a pink one too, but I gave the pink one to my granddaughter. So, and there's just assorted blenders. And then I've got some smaller, different, this is a medium-sized blender. This is a tiny blender. This is good to use on your work, to rest your arm on so you don't dirty your paper. So anyway, that's just a few of those kind of things that I have in there. I have some putty erasers, which are my favorite. And I've got just some different sketch pads and some different multimedia canvas pads and watercolor pads. This all lists out separately, which is really a sweet deal. And this has got all my markers and paint pens, and like I like to do pen and ink, so it's got all my veritable um, tips for my ink. It's got this, I love this, it's earth tones in blender markers, and this is the gray tones, which is great. My paint pens that Angie got me not too long ago, and I turned her on to these. These are the paint markers. They come in all different colors. If you're looking for a really good white one, it comes in, you can get them in all different kinds of tips. I just love it. Angie really likes these too. And you can get those in the art section at Walmart. I'm sure you can get them anywhere else, and I know you can buy them online. I'll just tell you where I find them there. Here, look. And one of my, I have my, this is the water brush I was telling you guys about that Angie gave me. And here's the brush part right here, and you put the water in here. I just ordered 4 more of these last night in different sizes of brushes, so that'll be nice, because this is going to be my small to have in here art kit. Another thing that I have in with my markers and stuff, and I had bought these, I bought the whole set. They were by Stablo. Let's see, right there. I don't know if you guys can, there you go. And they come in all different hues. These are extremely fine tip. If you're doing really fine detail, or you're doing like a very small piece too. So I keep those all in here too. I like to do very fine detail work in marker, fine tip marker, or pen and ink over the top of my paintings. It's kind of one of my things I've always done since high school, really. I was showing you guys yesterday my watercolor pencils, and then Andy also had given me, this is the intense blocks. They're ink blocks, and they kind of they look just like pastels, and then you can use that water brush over the top. So I'm going to be playing with that. And then I have just one more thing in here, and it's one of my favorite little things is, I'm not going to get them all out because there's a lot of them, but Angie and I are talking about all the different graphites. And graphites come in all different softness and stuff. You can go from your 2B, which is your classic number pencil that you used in school, do all your math work and stuff, and it'll go like to an 8H. You need to really play with these because the B's are softer, the H's are harder. It's gonna, and graphites is gonna give you all different shades and textures and blends. And then I always like to have a white one because I have a thing about, I like white. So anyway, those with the electric pencil are really nice. I like to mix my medium, so I like to mix graphite with charcoal with earth tone pastels, which I don't believe I have. Oh, I do have them there in that pencil box, or there's another box up there, another clear box. Yeah, and then I have my pastels too, which are that pencil box up there, honey.
Which,
Should be right there. This one?
is it a wooden box?
No,
or is
it's
it a clear plastic.
It's a pink plastic.
Oh, I see it.
And then I have my earth tone pastels. Thank you, sweetie.
Anytime, baby.
I have to keep the stuff all really organized and compact because, you know, this is that charcoal, the willow charcoal I was telling you about, Angie. You can get this at Hobby Lobby. I'm sure you can get, I know you can get like in different art sites and on Amazon and stuff. This is my favorite. It's just a lot better than the classic charcoal that's in a pencil for me. And my art teacher, my mentor, turned me on to this. This I love to mix medium with the graphite and the charcoal, and this it's very, very nice. Let me see which way it's going to pull out. Maybe it's never coming out. Oh, Lord. It sucked in there good. There we go. Okay. I was afraid I was going to pull it out the wrong way, but this is, and that's exactly what it is. It's all these different, like that. It's all the earth tones. So, you know, if you're doing landscape, I used to do a lot of landscape stuff. It's very nice. This is all just more pencils and erasers and pencil sharpeners. One thing I'd like to get is one of them battery operated pencil sharpeners. Those would be nice. Down the road, we'll look. And then I just have some assorted pastels. I have other pastel sets, but I don't use pastels that often because I don't really like the mess. So once in a while I'll use a little bit, but I just not a fan of the big mess with the pastels. But like I said, not that there's anything wrong with them. But anyway, so that's basically what I have here inside, besides some other assorted paper and notebooks and stuff. I'm only keeping a select amount here in this bag. This bag is made so that if I want to sit here on an evening when Brad's at work, or even when he's at home, say he's watching a movie, I put my headphones on, I can sit here and do some artwork without having to have a huge setup, which is hard in an RV with the dogs and you know, my husband needs to get through and stuff. I don't have to be only set to, I can only do any kind of artwork outside. I can also do some inside, because some days it's just very hard to get time to go outside, and if the heat's very bad. And also I'm having still some trouble with an infection in my legs and my calves. And I'll talk about that in a minute. So I'm trying to regulate how much I'm outside, because the sand fleas and stuff, just I get such an infection.
They are horrendous.
Yeah. So and that leads up to what we did today. Is we got up early in the morning, we went to the doctor. I had a doctor's appointment, and I still do have, like I said, that infection in the lower calves. I also was bitten by some kind of a spider or something on my left breast, and it's really swollen up to about 3 inches across and very red and angry and pussy. And she said, yes, that's definitely infected. So I got number 3 shot in the butt of antibiotics, and then another shot of steroids in the
Are those burning?
Not as bad, but it's dark. Yeah, I mean, not as bad as last time. So maybe the first time you get that steroid shot is the worst. I don't know. But so yeah, and then I also will be going to Tallahassee and having some tests done that we knew had been coming up, and that's all I'm going to say about that until we find out more. You know, and I'm lucky that Brad will be able to drive me up there and while I have that stuff done. And but she's very happy with my blood glucose levels. She didn't say anything about me having to be on the metformin. So we're just going to leave on the Victoza. And we don't even know when we have to go back in for recheck.
Yeah, she said.
What did she say exactly?
Oh, she said, no, we don't have anything for you. So I would imagine it's probably 6 months.
Yeah, something like that. I'm sure they'll let us know. So that's all about what's going on there. I mean, just still fighting the infection. That's why, like I said, I tried to regulate how much I'm outside. I think part of the problem is that we bought, and this is just our view on the Dollar Tree insect repellent. We have found that the spray-on cans, and I know Sharon White just bought some too, but they don't seem to do anything for us anyway where we live. And so I got bitten by some fleas, and that's caused another kind of infection. And it's just kind of a deep tissue infection. It's mainly all closed up. So it'll get there. It's getting there. I mean, she must think this will take care of it, or else she'd be wanting to see it.
Yeah.
You know, or have me come back in. So, you know, I'm sure she'll be calling with the results of those tests.
Oh yeah.
And probably go from there when I have to come back in, or where we go. But yeah, that's all that's really gone on. Then we went grocery shopping. We didn't need hardly any groceries. We only spent like $35 this week.
That was cool.
Which was very nice. I mean, we still have to get some cat food and cat litter, but Brad will get that from his work. And hopefully he'll pick up a watermelon in a few days from Eddie, the peanut guy. He's a character. I've told you guys about him before. But everything else going well. Still taking care of Raymond. And gave Charlie melatonin last night. Fireworks going on. You know, and I think that there might have been some people shooting them off in the park. Because then I'm pretty sure the magnet was driving through. They have a loud truck, and you know, you could kind of. Then they stopped all of a sudden, so you know, which was good. But yeah, you have anything to say?
Nope, I think you covered it.
We had a nice visit with granddaughter here for a little bit. She's a crack up. She's all excited. She's gonna have one of her friends be spending a couple of days there because her parents will be out of town, so she'll be spending a couple of days with my granddaughter and my daughter and stuff. So they'll have fun. I'm hoping that box comes maybe tomorrow for them, because she was talking about her friend had $20, and she knew I'm sending her $20, so then they could walk over to the mall, because they just love Hot Topic. We heard all about Hot Topic, didn't we, honey?
Oh yeah,
we did. Loving Hot Topic. It's so cute. So anyway, that's all we got going on. Brad's gonna cook some pork chops one way or the other. Inside or outside, I'm not sure which. I'm probably not gonna go outside and paint after all, huh?
Okay.
I've got all my stuff in here that I could do it.
Okay.
And that right butt cheek is starting to smart.
Okay.
And I'm kind of wanting to stay away from the sand fleas for a couple of days.
Okay. Yeah.
Let these antibiotics start really kicking in again, because you know that was almost gone, and then I think that antibiotic shot only works, I think they said 2 weeks.
Okay.
And it'd been a month since I'd seen her, and then it kind of flared back up.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, your legs are looking so much better.
Well, it's just not worth fighting that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well,
like I said, I don't care if you want to just cook them inside with the electric skillet and a chair sitting there.
Yeah. No, I want to do them outside.
Okay.
Okay.
But anyway, that's all we got going on, guys. This is part 2. I hope everybody had a good 4th and back at work today. This is Brad's only day off, right? So.
Yep. Lots of work.
Anything else? Alrighty, guys. Well, I love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship so much. Thank you again for all the wonderful birthday wishes. Thank you again, Angie, for the slushy maker. We'll be playing with that. We need to get that out, clean it, and get it out in the freezer. And I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of the week. And remember, I think you guys are awesome. Say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.